Hey everybody, Crystal Ferris with Rehab Dynamics here. Today I'm excited to have Tayler Landry, owner of Evolve Studios here in Mandeville. Thanks Taylor for being with us.
Absolutely, I'm excited to be here.
Cool, so let's start off by telling me a little bit about how Evolve started and a little bit about your journey to get where you are today.
Sure, so we actually started in Baton Rouge with our first location. And our vision as a studio was to have multiple methods under one roof. We really believe in having a balanced workout routine. And oftentimes what we saw in the past were the big gyms not necessarily offering the quality of workouts that we felt were up to par. And the smaller studios would only offer one type of workout, for example, bar or yoga. So we wanted to develop a concept that offered multiple workouts under one roof because we do feel the body needs more than one type of movement to kind of balance out a complete workout regime. So we developed Evolve Studio. These are proprietary methods that we've created from multiple different training backgrounds, and we've kind of developed them in a way that we feel is the most efficient and effective way to change the body in a safe manner. And then we started to incorporate some wellness aspects of the business as well. So both my business partner and I are certified wellness coaches. We have a superfood smoothie bar that we operate out of the Baton Rouge and our second location, which is here on the North Shore. And we really just try to believe in the big picture of health and wellness, combining an active lifestyle with healthy eating and holistic supplements to kind of bring it all together.
Awesome. So before we get started, you want to tell them where the gym or the studio is located?
Yes, so we are on Highway 190. We're right across from the big Whole Foods Old Navy shopping center on the other side of the road, right next to Blue Harbor Car Wash.
Awesome. So it's very convenient no matter where you're coming from, Mandeville, Covington, easy to get there.
Yes.
And then classes, what all do y'all offer for classes?
So we have HIIT training, which is high intensity interval training. It sounds really scary, but it's not. It's just sort of rounds between strength and cardio all combined into one class. So the idea behind HIIT training is it's a much more efficient way to work out. In the past, we would just go get on the elliptical or the treadmill or go outside and walk for an hour. In HIIT training, we're kind of pushing your heart rate to an elevated level and giving you areas of recovery during the class. So it's going to help you burn more calories while you're working out, but it also puts your body at a metabolic boost 24 to 48 hours after the workout. So you're kind of getting that afterburn effect, having your body work for you the day after, even when you're not actively in the class.
And I know that word HIIT kind of turn some people away, thinking if they're not athletically inclined or they may be older or may have an injury. But I know from experience that y'all work with people with different injuries, different age levels, that kind of thing, right?
Yes. So HIIT training sounds intense just by the name. It's got high intensity in the name of it. And some HIIT classes will incorporate things like running or jumping, but we only run about 15 people in our class, and our instructor is never working out while the class is happening. We are huge on personalized attention, which means we can modify for an injury, we can work around any limitations a client may have. So everyone really, in my opinion, is accessible to HIIT training in a responsible manner, and you're going to find that here for sure.
Yeah, just being in physical therapy, as a physical therapist, we never really want patients to fully quit exercise, and we feel like it's really important that you continue to do things just with modifications. So it's real nice to be able to send people somewhere where, I'm able to say, don't do this, don't do that, and they're able to make modifications during those exercises.
Yeah, it's very important. We see that a lot. If someone has an injury, they're so scared to reactivate the injury. And maybe they go to a big body pump class at one of the bigger gyms and no one is really paying attention to, maybe their past and, what limitations they may have. So I think it's really important, especially for your clients and anyone else who has a history of some injury, which I think these days most people have something that's either nagging them or bothering them, to communicate that when you come in and know that we're always able to accommodate.
Right. And so, and even though you do make modifications, you're still not affecting the ultimate goal of the class. I mean, you're still getting the same workout. And so I wouldn't, a lot of people say, I don't want to go because I'm not going to be able to get as much out of it. But in reality, anything's better than nothing.
Absolutely. And there's so many ways to elevate the heart rate without taking added pressure on certain areas of the body. So you just switch up the exercises or modify, and I promise there's still a good workout that's going to happen.
Cool. So
yeah, along with our, go ahead.
Go ahead about with Pilates.
Yeah, so we have reformer Pilates as well. We've got 8 reformer machines, so we run an 8-person class. Everyone has their own machine. And again, the instructor is not working out during this class. On a reformer, you are able to do really deep activation of muscles that are really hard to reach on a stable surface, meaning a floor. So the Pilates workout is just insanely effective. The cool thing about it, though, is it's also very safe because it's low impact. So the core is kind of where everything is supported from in your body, and Pilates is based in core stability. So almost every exercise you're performing is somehow requiring your core to be active. It's requiring your stabilizer muscles to work. So I think in life, just for everyday activities, everyone should be doing Pilates, but especially for recovery from injuries, it's amazing because you can do things that are super low impact that aren't going to reactivate injuries, and you can strengthen muscles in an extremely effective way, which helps stabilize, and prevent other injuries from reoccurring.
Right. Do you recommend that your clients that choose Pilates to do like a one-on-one first, or do you feel like they're able to just come in and then be educated and run through the class with the group?
We don't require a private session, but I always tell people if they're coming in with a very specialized injury, I like to work on them one-on-one at least one time, just so I can assess their range of motion, certain moves that may be limiting for them. But it's not required. All of our instructors are phenomenal. And because we only have 8 people per class, it really allows us as instructors to be able to modify during class if needed. But if I have someone coming in with, a lower back injury that they're just coming out of PT with, or some knee stuff going on, or some shoulder injuries, I like to say, if you're up for it, let's do a one-on-one and just kind of see where you're at so in class what to really pay attention to.
Got it. And do you offer that on the burn side as well, or the hip side?
Yes, we do burn privates, yes, as well. They're more popular on the Pilates side just because it's a more complicated machine, but we do burn privates all the time also.
Got it. And then what do you recommend as far as like exercise? How many times a week would you recommend for somebody starting out?
I really like to say 3 days a week should be kind of a baseline if you can fit that into your schedule. And I oftentimes, based on the client's goal, if they're rehabilitating from an injury, I will say try to do 2 days of Pilates, 1 day of HIIT a week. If they're trying to sort of just balance an overall workout routine and their injuries are at bay and we're good, I like to say do 2 Pilates 1 week and 1 HIIT, and then the next week switch it. If someone has a higher weight loss goal, we're trying to get a lot of weight off, I'll say do a little more burn. It's gonna get your fat burning going. Burn is our HIIT class. I'm sorry, we haven't used that word before. And then, we'll start to switch it out with Pilates. But if you can get 3 days a week in, phenomenal. If you can do more than that, even better.
And your classes are an hour, right?
Yes. Our burn class is an hour. Our Pilates class is technically 50 minutes on the schedule, but we like to stretch a little at the end. So it's about an hour.
And you do offer some that you can do half burn, half Pilates, right?
So Sweat Burn Sculpt is our half and half class, which is 35 minutes of cardio in our HIIT training and 35 minutes of our Pilates. And that class is a little bit longer, just since we're splitting it half and half, about an hour and 15 minutes.
And what are good times your classes are offered throughout the day?
So we start at 5:30 in the morning, and classes usually run on the hour through the morning. So 5:30, we pick back up at 8. We've got 9:30, 10:15, and noon. And then we have a 5:30 class, actually a 4:30 now, and a 5:30 class in the evenings. Awesome. We have Saturday morning classes as well and a Sunday morning class.
Very cool. So no excuses not to miss.
Yeah, there's usually a time everyone can find. Yes.
Awesome. And then if somebody wanted to sign up for one of those classes, how would they do that? To call you or online, or how does that work?
The easiest way is to sign up online via our website, or if somebody has used MindBody before, it's our online scheduling software. If you go to our website, evolvestudiosla.com, you'll see right at the top book classes, and it'll guide you right to our schedule. You can also call if you're not a huge fan of the computer and just want to call us directly, or email us. We can accommodate you that way also. But we do recommend signing up beforehand. Since our classes are more personalized and small group, you want to make sure when you come, you've got a spot reserved. So, a day or so before would be probably just fine to make sure you have a spot.
And what else was I going to say in regards to that? You have monthly and visit per session pricing, right?
Yes. A lot of studios or a lot of gyms just kind of require a membership in order to attend. We've designed it to give more options. So if you come a lot and you're regular, coming 3 or more days a week, it's more cost effective for you to do an unlimited membership. And you can commit from anywhere from 1 month only all the way up to a year. If you just kind of want to intermittently try it out or just come 1 or 2 days a week, you can buy anything from 1 class at a time, 5 classes, 10 classes, all the way up to 50 classes. So we really have packages designed for anybody's schedule to make it easy to, fit in whatever you may be looking like on your attendance.
Got it. All right, let's move on to nutrition. So I know you talk a lot about nutrition, that it's not just about exercise, that you got to, watch what you put in your body. So tell us a little bit about what you have to offer in regards to nutrition.
Yeah, so especially living in the Deep South, we have a culture that is just on the brink of truly learning about holistic health and supplements and how it's not just about the workout, how it's about the big picture. And I am a huge advocate of trying to educate people on this, because it's not just about let's lose some weight, it's about how you feel, and the power of food and supplements is unbelievable. I went through a personal journey myself as I was educating myself to work with clients, and I'm just floored at the difference in how me and my family feel, and I kind of want to just share that with anyone and everyone who will listen. So both my business partner and I work one-on-one with clients. We do wellness consulting, and it's a very personalized program. It's not a one-size-fits-all. I'm going to hand you a guide that I've handed every other client. We're going to kind of identify your specific issues, your specific needs, your specific schedule and routine, and we're going to create something in working together that is achievable for you. We've also tried to incorporate our love of wellness into the studio a little. So in our superfood smoothie bar, we realized that there was a lack of places to actually go get a nutritious, healthy smoothie. Oftentimes what's marketed to us as a healthy smoothie in very popular, places here are not truly healthy. So we started our smoothie bar in both locations, which I think has been amazing for us to watch people acquire a taste for these things they never, thought they'd be drinking a green drink. And then we sell our favorite supplements as well in studio. So we're always listening to clients who come in and ask us, I have this going on, or what would you recommend for this? And then helping them select the best supplement for them.
Got it. And when is the smoothie bar open?
8 to 1 every day. So usually we're here a little after 1, just in case you missed that cutoff time, but 8 to 1, you can come in anytime, even if you're not working out, even if you're not a client, and grab a smoothie. If you are a client, it's pretty cool. You order before class and then it's waiting for you after class. So you just grab it and go.
Very cool. And then the supplements for our patients, most of them watching will probably have an injury. Do you have anything there or anything that you would recommend to help get over the inflammation or the pain or anything like that?
Yes, I do. I have 2 kind of favorite supplements that I'll start people on. The first is collagen. So most people, when they hear the word collagen, they're thinking skin. because that's what it's usually talked about in articles and in things we read about collagen. But it's important to remember that your whole body relies on collagen, your bones, your joints, your ligaments. So as you get older, mid-20s on, your body starts to produce less and less of this naturally occurring substance in your body. So now these collagen supplements give you a really awesome way to get that back in. I've recommended this to clients with arthritis, joint pain, disc injuries, anything from an actual injury where they had surgery to just kind of a nagging pain. And most people will tell me they notice a big difference. And then you have the added benefits for your skin and all the other fluffy things that, it feels good to help with too. My second is curcumin. It's kind of a hard word to remember, but turmeric is a supplement that is often recommended for inflammation. Curcumin is the actual anti-inflammatory part of turmeric. So it's kind of like turmeric on steroids. So if I personally have disc injuries in my back, I take it daily. It can truly help inflammation in the body in a major, major way. It can also help with things like acne, all of those inflammatory responses of how they present in the body. It can just kind of help keep all of that at bay.
Cool.
Yeah.
So, and you keep some of those supplements in stock, so if somebody wanted to come check it out.
Yes.
And I know a lot of people, there's so many supplements out there. How do you decide which ones to carry?
So we do a lot of research before we will ever put anything on our shelves. And then we kind of play guinea pig as well before we decide to sell anything. So we're huge on ingredients and making sure that the ingredients are clean, nothing artificial. We really believe in plant-based supplements. And then we make sure that the supplements actually work. So most of the supplements that are on our shelves, we either use personally or we have used in the past. And then we thoroughly research the companies that we're sourcing from to make sure that they are actually, as high quality as they claim to be.
Got it.
Yeah.
Cool. Well, did we miss anything? Anything else that you want to talk about?
Well, I think I'd like to mention something on your end. Oftentimes daily, I see clients coming in who say, oh, my shoulder's bothering me today, or my knee is bothering me today. I just finished a private session with a client whose neck is bothering her from some old disc injuries. In the past, it used to kind of be an ordeal to go see a physical therapist. And when I say an ordeal, meaning you had to make a doctor's appointment and the doctor had to refer you.
Right.
Within the past year or two, I think it's so cool that we now have direct access to physical therapists.
Right.
Do you find a lot of
people? Huge.
Yeah. So I tell people, if you need 2 or 3 weeks of PT to get this pain down, go see a physical therapist. We can still keep working out. They have a lot of tools and resources that I don't have. I am not a physical therapist. So my ultimate goal is to get you pain-free and keep you pain-free. And oftentimes I need partners in this, in that journey and in that goal. So I always encourage clients, go to PT for a few weeks, go let them help you out here, because we can't be successful in what we're trying to do in the gym if you're in pain and if we're putting you at risk. So I really want to encourage people who are watching this. Maybe you've done PT in the past and you think, oh gosh, well, it's starting to hurt again, but I'm going to have to call my orthopedist and get a referral, and that's going to be weeks. You don't have to do that anymore.
Right. Yeah. 2016, I think, is when that passed. And it's definitely been huge, mainly for our patients that have been here before that have been educated, but a lot of the public still doesn't know until they, it's a huge cost saver too, and time saver, so that you're not sitting in an office and, and definitely too, even though we have that, if we ever see anything that we feel might need further evaluation, and of course we send out and request MRI or whatever else maybe needs to be there. So yeah, thanks for that.
Absolutely.
All right. So you said say your website one more time.
www.evolvestudiosla.com.
And your phone number if they want to call instead?
Sure. 225-892-2801.
Perfect. Well, thanks, Taylor. I appreciate it.
Thanks for having us, and we love working with you guys. Thanks for being such a great partner in health.
Thanks.
Yeah.